Yeah, here's the Chantel one I was telling you about. How you could take on the sisters, but I got her too late into my run, so I'm not going to do her. But yeah, as you can see, the first fight will give you lower yields than you normally get, but then her second sister will give you regular, and then the other two will give boosted. So it's basically a gamble of, are you willing to risk having enough encounters to get what you need from them? I actually haven't been getting much greens, and while I said you don't need to prioritize greens, you do still need them to get your moves, so I will do Purin. This one I can skip because I've done it before, because I always prioritize the ones that give me red and blue.
I'm not so...
But yeah, Brown's series, those are things that you'll prioritize over your freers. And of course, the final thing you would prioritize over your freers being Gary or Professor Oak. But it doesn't look like we have been lucky enough to get Gary or Professor Oak here. Gary and Professor Oak work like the other greens, where you are risking either a massive gain or a massive loss in the form of 300 of an orb or 50 of an orb. Except Gary and Professor Oak are that on steroids. They'll either give you 30 of all orbs, which sucks, but it's something, or they'll give you 400 of all orbs. They can make or break your stuff, making even an absolutely horrendous run become amazing solely because of their 400 across the board. But yeah, we have officially gotten through everything. All that's last is our second to last time visiting the grid and our exam finals. So let's go up our grid again. I'm not going to tell you what grid slots you should prioritize, because this is meant to be an overall thing for all Academy units, not a Arvin specific one. So maybe I'll make a video on what I think you should prioritize for each different unit, but ultimately you should be prioritizing what you want to prioritize. You shouldn't be asking me what I want to build, because it's not my unit, it's your unit. It looks like I probably didn't get enough Leafs. Like, yes, I said that Leaf's one of the lower ones you need to prioritize, and I stand by that, but it's also a balancing act. Even though it's not the highest priority, it's still something that can be useful for getting the power out, so... It does look like I might be able to get all of the reds in, though, which is great. It's a good day if you can fill out the red section. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I don't remember exactly how much is needed to fill up my attack stats, but I want to make sure I do have the stuff to fill up my attack stat. Again, being these characters isn't difficult, so I don't need max defenses. Hell, I'm not sure I need any defenses. Speaking of which, the bottom section is HP and the side sections are defense and special defense. Just prioritize your HP. You're not going to make a good tank anyways. Just prioritize good HP. I just realized I could have gotten my second move, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I completely forgot that I already had both of my TMs because I got the second one after midterms, but it's whatever. Alright, so I beat Barry, what? I beat Larry at max difficulty, so I get 300 of the non-yellows, non-sparkies. Now we get to finish up our stuff, so select multiple. Let's go ahead and grab this. Now we just maximize our stuff as much as we can. If you don't have enough Leafs, I personally would suggest For going the greens, I don't think the greens are super necessary. By greens, I mean the green slots, the generic boost in power one. I don't think those are the most necessary slots, so if you don't have enough leafy orbs, those are the ones you can ignore, in my opinion. It's ultimately your call what you want to think on that. Also, when it comes to Arven, I view him as a big fuck you damage dealer, which is why I prioritize filling out Double Edge over Brutal Swing. You might want to make him more of a debuffer, in which case you'll want to prioritize Brutal Swing. But I am just DPS, so... Ah, damn. I thought I prioritized the Sparky and Reds enough that I could fill up everything, but I can't fill up everything. Just a good amount. You're a DPS, so I don't think I want to give you the healing. I think I'll give you the sync move, especially since your sync move is a spread attack, so that's good damage. And then we can just get all of the single reds. And yeah, looks like that's it. This is the end result of my grid. It's not the best run ever. You can definitely get a better run than this, but this is the run that I got. But yeah, that's the summary of how you should go about doing your Pasio Academy runs. It wasn't the best summary, it wasn't an amazing run, and obviously yours will be a little bit weaker than mine because you don't have the premium stuff. But hopefully with this quick run through, you have an idea of how to make your student the best student they can be. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Donate to me at Buy Me a Coffee or at throne.com/KingD353. If you want to spend time with me, join my personal Discord. I'll see all you beautiful people later. Also, this is a way to actually check how your stuff compare to one another to see what you want to go with in the end. As you can see, the reds across the board, this is massively inferior to my best run. Also, on this screen, the game is glitched for some reason, and it won't have the things that match up next to each other. So you'll actually want to visibly read it to see what matches and what doesn't. I don't know why it does that, but it does. But yeah, I'm sticking with my completed grid. Anyway, I'll see all you beautiful people later, and if you have any questions, leave them in the description down below. Deuces, Kingdom.